I'm a big fan of Lace. I probably like everything about her. But Lace is a very broken character in many ways, and I'm honestly surprised she hasn't caused more chaos around Farloom. Stuck in a body of a child for the duration of her life, left to figure out everything else on her own. Her sister, abandoned, forgotten, left to deal with the waste the Citadel produces, and no one coming to save her. Now, Lace sees all these things, and she knows what awaits her in the end, because she can see what happened to Phantom. But for some reason, only one thing matters more to Lace than the other problems in her life. And some we'll discuss in upcoming videos. But for this one, we'll focus on why Lace is jealous of Hornet, and why it's rooted in some kind of misunderstanding. From the moment Hornet enters Farloom, Lace sets her plan in motion, and hoping that the horrors of Farloom takes care of Hornet. But in case that doesn't work, she's waiting for her in the deep docks. And immediately, Lace doesn't take Hornet seriously. I'm fully convinced Lace underestimates Hornet and thinks she's better than her. And during their fight, if Lace does happen to win, you can just tell by her laughter that she's gloating. But on a side note, Lace is also kinda crazy. So keep that in mind. But none of this even signals that she's jealous of Hornet. And I think that is because at this point, she still doesn't think that Hornet is capable of making it to the Citadel. So for now, after their fight, she dips. And in her mind, Hornet will fall to Farloom's many horrors. It's not until we reach the Citadel that we get new dialogue between Hornet and Lace. This is where I get the impression that Lace tries to sow some seeds of doubt into Hornet by mentioning that a god awaits at the top of the Citadel, in an attempt to maybe make Hornet reconsider. But obviously all of this is in vain, as Hornet continues until they meet again in the cradle. And this fight has a different mood to it, because here, Lace doesn't even try to talk to Hornet or anything. They immediately get to fighting. And unlike before, Lace kinda takes this one seriously and goes all in to kill Hornet. And if at this point you decide to use the Needle-In, you get a few words from Lace that kinda hints as to why she's jealous of Hornet. In those few words we get from her during the fight, it gives us an insight. Lace wants her mom's attention to be on her and her alone. She doesn't understand why her mom wants Hornet in the first place while she's there. And as she fights, she wants her mom to see that she's just as capable, if not more, than Hornet. And this is where I think there's kinda of a misunderstanding from Lace's POV. This leads me to believe that from Lace's POV, she kind of views her mom's wanting of Hornet is somehow meant as a replacement for her, and that once she captures Hornet, she will be unwanted and forgotten. After the fight ends, Lace tells Hornet to go on ahead because it is her that Grandmother Silk wants instead, which again I think is kind of misleading. While it's true that GMS wants Hornet, that doesn't mean she wants Hornet over Lace, because in the Silkheart memory, we know that GMS already accepted Lace as she is, because in her own words, she says, "Better a child spun mad than them. Better a child spun frail than them." Meaning, GMS is okay with Lace as she is, and is not looking to replace her with Hornet. And we know this because GMS wants Hornet for her power, and not to replace Lace with. Same goes with all the other Weavers out there. Grandmother wants them to get her power back. She's not interested in them being her children again. But for Lace, she somehow thought that Hornet would kind of replace her, I guess? At least that's my thinking, because I don't quite understand why she even tried stopping Grandmother Silk from getting Hornet. The way I see it, none of that would have any impact on how she views Lace. And we see that she cares for Lace more than Lace would have thought, as we see Grandmother Silk sacrifice herself in order for Hornet to escape with Lace, thus saving her life. So in my opinion, Lace being jealous of Hornet was never the right thing for Lace to do, but I guess she was more interested in getting attention from her mother instead of her being obsessed with capturing the Weavers. So maybe in Lace's mind, she is enough for Grandmother to forget about the Weavers and trying to capture them and binding their powers. Anyway, that's just how I see it. If maybe you guys have a different take on this, just let me know in the comments below.